الحمد لله رب العالمين الصلاة والسلام على نبيه الكريم وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. يقول الله سبحانه وتعالى في سورة البقرة: يا أيها الناس اعبدوا ربكم الذي خلقكم والذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون. Command from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Command for everyone. Ya ayyuhan nas, everyone. What is ibadah? A'budu rabbakum. Ibadah is ta'a wa qiyad, obedience and following with that obedience. And ibadah is the result of shukr. وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ قال بعض العلماء إلا ليشكرون. I did not create human beings and jinn but to worship me, which is really to show gratitude. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created you and He gave you everything. You thank Him for that, and the way you thank Him for that is you listen to Him to what He wants, and He wants you to worship Him. So you thank Him by worshiping Him, and worshiping Him is obeying Him. The essence of obedience, or the essence of worship, is to know who you worship. يعني التعظيم. تعظيم أصل الانقياد والطاعة. When you worship something or you love something, why? It's because you know it. You see it so beautiful, so big, so great. That's why you do that. So for someone to really worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and doesn't really know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's hard to believe. That's why usually worship like that doesn't last or collapses at times of calamities, especially when the person is inflicted with something bad. Immediately he will start doubting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and doubting whom he worships, and that is because they don't know whom they worship. Shaitan, on the other hand, he wants you to obey him. And the way you obey him is, you don't obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the shaitan. He's a test, a major test for us. And he told us so many things about him. And he commanded us to not listen to him. And he told us he is your enemy. Doesn't matter what he does. He may tell you to do something good at some times, but in reality it's not that good. Or it could be a pavement for another thing so evil. So shaitan is your enemy, and that's what he looks for, destroying you. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَلَا يَصُدَّنَّكُمُ الشَّيْطَانِ إِنَّهُ لَكُمْ عَدُوٌّ مُبِينٌ. Don't let the shaitan turn you away from me or from my obedience, because he is a clear enemy, meaning he's not undercover, he's not a hypocrite, he's a real enemy. He declares it, he raises the flag, and he tells you, I am your enemy. That's why he told Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when he refused to bow, فَبِعِزَّتِكَ لَأُغْوِيَنَّهُمْ أَجْمَعِينَ. I swear by your honor, by your dignity, that I'm going to mislead all of them except those who are sincere to you. So he declared it. So there is no need to say, I don't know. He told you, I am, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told you he is. Sometimes when the shaitan whispers to people to do things, you don't really look at the whisper itself or the command from the shaitan and stop there. You need to look at the results also. Yani example, shaitan, like one person doesn't pray. I asked him, why you don't pray? He said, when I stand in the prayer, it's not coming from my heart. I feel like I'm a hypocrite. That's a real thing. One person told me that. So we look at it this way. So shaitan doesn't want him to pray. Okay, look at the result and compare to see if this is true or not true. So I said, okay, so you don't pray because it's not coming from your heart. So you're saying that if you pray, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not going to be pleased with you because it's not coming from your heart. Now you don't pray, so now He's pleased with you, right? You see, it rang the bell. Same thing with women. I don't wear the hijab, or she wants to take the hijab off because it's not, also the same thing, the same excuse. I wear it when I want to wear it, when I feel like wearing it. I don't want to be forced. I wear it because if I wear it the way it is, it's not going to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because I hate it. I don't like it. So you say the same thing. So now you take that, you wear the hijab because you don't like it. It's not pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now take the hijab and spread your hair and do your makeup and fix your hair and everything and walk in the street. Now you're pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? You see, Shaitan brings so many doubtful things to the person that makes it look like right. I'm not going to force it on the person, let them do it. Well, there are certain things, yes, definitely, you don't force anything. But it's not true that if you don't love what you're doing, that means you shouldn't do it. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, someone came and prayed and he did not do the prayer perfectly. Okay? The worst that could happen to that prayer, it's rejected, completely rejected. But he prayed. You see the difference? He prayed, but rejected. I hired you to come to work. You came. I didn't like your work. You didn't get paid. But you worked. But you didn't get paid. No one can come and say, like the day of judgment, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not come and tell you, how come you did not pray? Wallah, I prayed. I go to the masjid and I woke up and I did everything. He will not ask you that. But you would come and you say, oh Allah, I did the prayer. Why am I getting zeros for all of this? Because you didn't do it right. So no hasanat, but you will not be punished or you will not be counted as disbeliever because you're not praying, because you did pray. You see the difference? The same thing with anything else, with the hijab. Just because you don't like it, I mean, the believer is supposed to develop that love. When you obey someone, it means you love them. That's why you obey. So if you don't have that, you need to develop that and do that. Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anhu, when he told Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam he loves him more than everything except himself, and he told him, no, you have to love me more than yourself, he said, Wallahi, now I love you more than myself. Immediately, he obeyed. Why? Because he loves Prophet Muhammad. He truly loves Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. The same thing with us. So my advice to you, don't look at what the shaitan wants you to do, but also look at the results of it. If he wants you to do something or to not do something, look at it. If I listen to him, would that please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Okay. Well, if I don't listen to him, would that please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Compare the two, you end up with not listening to the shaitan at all. وَلَا يَصُدَّنَّكُمُ الشَّيْطَانِ إِنَّهُ لَكُمْ عَدُوٌّ مُبِينٌ. جزاكم الله خيرا. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. السلام عليكم.